I chose to get my Master in Teacher of Distinction because I have been taking continuing education courses from Baker University to renew my teaching license for many years. When inquiring about the master's program, it was stated that if I wanted to get my degree in Teacher of Distinction, I could possibly get some transfer credits. I wasn't sure the path that I was headed, but wanted to get my master's to help with retirement, so this sounded like a good route for me. Concentration courses that I took in the Masters of Education program from Baker University while pursuing the Teacher of Distinction degree were EDU 5031, Enhancing Meaningful Learning, EDU 5506, Classroom Management and Student Engagement, EDU 5325, Google Tools for Educators. Transfer concentration courses included EDT 8195, Using Media Tools in the Classroom, EDT 8369, Even More iPad Apps for Teachers and Classroom, and EDT 8553, Tech Tools, Quick, Easy, and Free. I took EDU 5031, Enhancing Meaningful Learning, because it focused on strategies for differentiation in the classroom, and I wanted to learn more about how to do it. The text used in this course was The Differentiated Classroom, Responding to the Needs of All Learners by Carol Ann Tomlinson. In this course, I learned instructional and learning strategies to differentiate teaching and learning in the classroom. I learned about learning style inventories and learning strategies. Knowing how students learn best helps me to develop differentiated lessons and activities to ensure that all students are learning. I created my own learning style questionnaire for my math students. I use this to help me design teaching strategies appropriate for their developmental stage, and I can provide students with engaging and effective learning opportunities. In this course, we created an instructional brochure on a learning strategy. I chose Numbered Heads Together. Numbered Heads Together is a cooperative learning strategy that promotes discussion and holds students accountable for group and individual learning. I created a choice board of learning opportunities for students to work on while I was having small group instruction. I have created choice boards to go with each of my units now to give more reinforcement to the skills that we are learning in each module. In this course, I researched different technology sites that could be used in the classroom to help differentiate learning experiences. I chose Google Earth. I created an area and perimeter activity using Google Earth. When differentiating instruction and learning activities, I also learned that it's important that I must focus on the what, why, and the how. What is the content that what am I modifying, the content, process, product, or the learning environment? Why is the reason for modifying the lesson to assess for learning, motivate and engagement, relevance, efficiency, appropriate level of challenge, or an opportunity to express their learning. How am I going to differentiate? Is it according to the student's readiness, their interests, their learning profile, or is it a combination of all three? The culminating project for EDU 5031, Enhancing Meaningful Learning, was to create a differentiated lesson plan for a 1-week unit. I have attached links to each of the assignments. You can reach those by clicking on the lesson assignment title. In this course, I reflected on my current strategies, philosophies, and innovations that impact the education and my classroom. I learned many new strategies to use to differentiate teaching and learning and to make it meaningful for all students. EDU 5506, Classroom Management and Student Engagement, is another concentration course that I took while pursuing my Teacher of Distinction master's degree. I took this course to learn new ways to engage students in the classroom and to learn new techniques to manage the classroom environment to ensure that all students have the opportunity to learn. In this course, I reviewed proactive classroom management strategies to improve learning. I practiced ways to improve student engagement and explored ways to increase self-control and problem-solving skills. The text for this course was Robert Marzano's Classroom Management That Works and Handbook for Classroom Management That Works. In this course, each student was assigned a classroom management strategy to create a visual presentation to share with the class, highlighting the important aspects of the given classroom management topics. The assigned topics were general classroom behavior, beginning and ending the period or the day, transitions and interruptions, use of materials and equipment, group work, seat work and teacher-led activities, teacher reaction, and tangible rewards. My topic was presentation of seat work and teacher-led activities, which is highlighted here on this slide. I've attached the link to the presentation. My topic focused on the importance of setting expectations for students working in their seats and maintaining the students' attention during teacher-led activities. It highlighted that it is important to involve students in the rules and procedures, in creating the rules and procedures. When you involve students, then they have buy-in to the coursework and what they are supposed to be doing. Once the rules were established, then they are written on a chart and posted in the classroom to make visible for all students to reference when needed. The final project for EDU 5506 Classroom Management and Student Engagement was to develop a classroom management brochure highlighting information learned throughout the course that could be shared with students and parents so that they are aware of the classroom management expectations. I was not able to use this past school year because it was more towards the end of the year when I created this, but I do plan on handing it out very soon at our back to school in August, our back to school night. In this course, I learned about different ways to encourage my students and explore effective methods to increase their self-control and problem-solving skills. It was enlightening to discover how small changes in my teaching could make a big impact on my students' learning and learning experience. I am excited to continue using these strategies in my classroom and see the positive results that they bring. The final concentration class that I took was EDU 5325, Google Tools for Educators. I explored a wide range of Google apps to use in the classroom to enhance teaching, learning, and student engagement. Most of these apps were even free. I took EDU 5325, Google Tools for Educators, because I wanted to learn more about how to use Google Docs, Google Slides, Google Form, and Google Sheets more effectively for myself and my students. But I learned this and so much more. Each week was chock full of learning all things Google has to offer. I had no idea that there was so much. A weekly assignment that we had in this course was to create a blog and to update the blog each week, highlighting at least 2 of the skills that we had learned that week. And I have attached the link below to the blog. Reverso is a Google extension. I learned about this in this course, and I included it in this presentation because it was one of my favorite things that I discovered. Reverso allows you to take any document and translate it in any language. I had 3 non-English speaking students in my class this year, and Reverso was a game changer for myself and these students. I'll never forget the look on their faces the first day that I gave them a daily math review in their language. I've attached it here. It was week 22, I believe, and that's well over halfway through the school year. They were so excited the day that I gave them this. I wish that I would have found the app sooner, but I didn't. But I will continue to use this. I will definitely use this app for years to come. Google Sites, Google Earth, Bitmoji, and Pear Deck are 4 more of my favorite apps that I learned about in this course. And I found them to be very useful for me and my classroom. In this course, I created a personal Google site that I could share with my students and their parents. On this site, they can find out all the information about what we're learning in the classroom in each subject, and it also highlights what's going on in the school district and just things that fun activities we've been doing. They can learn so much about our classroom plus more. Google Earth. Google Earth came just at the right moment. In our social studies class, I was teaching about the 5 regions of the United States. I created a Google Earth interactive assignment to help my students learn about the Midwest region. Oh, they loved it. I plan to create more Google Earth interactive assignments about the other 4 regions this year. Bitmoji. After learning about the Bitmoji extension, I created an interactive classroom linking our most used online math sites. Students could also find the lunch menu here, upcoming activities on the school calendar, a daily exit ticket activity, and a class message from me. Pear Deck. Pear Deck was another Google tool that I really loved. I like how you can make the presentation interactive for the students. I have only had time to convert 1 lesson in Pear Deck for now. But now that I'm near the end of completing my master's coursework, I plan to work the rest of the summer on creating more Pear Deck interactive math lessons. I learned so much during the master's program about differentiation, classroom management, creating balanced assessments, inclusion, best teaching practices to ensure that all my students are learning. And I am so excited to put all that I have learned into practice.